And sadly, I am very uncomposable.
But so kind of like after the whole madness with like tickets and everything. I was talking with a Swedish friend of mine who is also a big fan, and I may have slightly influenced her to purchase a ticket to, like, possibly come over to Britain and hang out.
I see no problem with this.
Giggity.
And this also, and then it kind of also influenced one of my Icelandic friends to do the same.
Yeah.
So we're having a Sweden or Icelandic, possibly at London.
Possibly, yes.
All we need now is Foxy.
Clearly,
Yes.
my drinking horn is not going to be enough. I need a bigger drinking horn.
Also, there is like this thing.
So as much as I'd love to like sort of stay in like the sort of same sort of hotel and room as you guys, it may not be possible. As I kind of thought, hey, if you're finding it difficult to like get like a room in the UK sort of thing, why don't you come with us, like me and my sister? So they're more or less like in.
I've even sorted out accommodation. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing.
That's why I said, Brian, if you let us know, because we're starting to look with Tom's sister.
Mm.
I found an apartment today for £1,200
Oh Jesus!
for 4 nights, a whole apartment. So
Yeah. It sounds like a lot, but then when you break it down per person, it works out as much as the hotel room for a whole weekend.
Mm.
between 5 of us, that won't be bad.
200-ish. Yeah. Works out about the same as a hotel room. The only advantage is more space.
And also, because the other thing is, it came up with the Sunborn for £2,000, and it was a bit like, it's quite tempting, but then it's like, but then you got to pay for food because you can't cook your own food.
Yeah.
Whereas you can at least sort of bring your own food to our apartment. So. It's not KFC like we tried once.
I myself would have sort of the own thing with it that I would have my friend. I will eventually be visiting London with a friend. We are staying at his friend's place, so I just need to wait and see.
I also forgot to mention. There we go. It's finally finished.
Sweet.
The base test for making a latex mask.
Oh, nice.
So right now that is a polystyrene head covered in clay that's set. So next up is to do some Vaseline.
Sweet.
Just so the latex doesn't stick, and give it several coats of latex.
Yeah.
And if it
Also,
works, I should be making a mask.
I'm also wondering, why is my streaming software being so weird again?
Are you still on Streamlabs or?
Yes, I am.
That's weird. Mine was fine.
Yeah, it's the problem is with showing. Oh, there we go.
That's broken Twitch.
Oh.
Adjusting panels just so I can have a bit more view in the dashboard.
Lovely.
Mm-hmm.
So it turns out you can click, and then if it doesn't let go, it will go crazy.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, I sit there and go like, why Why is everything going crazy? Why is it like on a really weird delay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we the one. There we go.
Mute that. That's muted. That's muted. Okay. I think we're all ready for some D&D.
Yay!
Yes.
Yes.
We are ready for some D&D.
Okay. So, hello everybody. Welcome to Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes here on Tales of Gaming Addiction. I'm not going to keep up that voice tonight. That'll be suicide.
Yes.
Welcome to a D&D show where we sit around, play D&D, and generally have a good time. So, just to get everyone caught up on what happened last week, you wonderful band of misfits ventured to the town of Condate looking for the Temple of Io in the hopes of finding another artifact from the second era of civilization, essentially, and to figure out why Gardex has been arrested for a crime he couldn't have possibly committed.
Ooh.
Upon arriving at the temple itself, an old grand church which has gone over several years of renovations, and venturing deep into its undercroft. Before that, you met with an old Life 2 Dragonborn who offered you all tea, which knocked all but one of you out.
Yes.
And he managed to mind control Hidak for the shortest time possible to try and break open a wall in the undercroft to try and do something nefarious, although Hidak didn't realise it at the time.
Well, that and he couldn't read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He was hoping you could read, and that backfired on him horribly.
Yes.
But that said, you managed to get everybody else up instead. A battle did occur between you and him, and with you guys coming out on top, searching the chamber and everything, found that this was the resting place of the Dragonborn Emperor, who, in his time in power, had actually fought against the Prime Dragons and supposedly killed them? Question mark. As far as you can tell, and this is just where he's been interred. And as everything finished off, you all levelled and did a bit of light grave robbing.
Hee hee.
Yes.
So, as we rejoin you all in the darkened tombs beneath the Temple of Io, you're all having recently levelled, grabbed your gear. What would you like to do?
We're still no closer to finding that murderer, FYI.
Yeah, true.
I'm a bit curious. Has the curse affected me physically at all, or because now I'm just starting to think if Gardex is going to start growing a third arm out of his back.
No.
Well, if Gardex would grow a third eye, it would be beneficial to our because we have the tendency of some characters losing their eyes.
True.
Yes. Right, shifty eyes.
Yes, and also, did I receive a weapon from the level up? Because I'm a gunslinger now.
No, you'll need to find the time, or maybe purchase a gun for yourself.
Oh, okay.
Whereas Tom sort of had it already pre-done because it was his starting character, wasn't it?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yep, he got a musket for free.
Yes.
You sir will need to go out and buy one.
Yes.
Oh,
Or
that could be
steal one from somewhere.
Or steal one, yeah. I'll just realise though it could be hilarious. You sitting there with a musket. I'm going to be as stealthy as possible. Kabang! But
Yeah.
missing at like point blank range, being very Looney Tunes. Hi, this was meant to kill you.
Shoots, misses a point blank range. I hide.
I hide right in front of you, like like those the penguins in Madagascar. You didn't see anything and just vanished in the hole in the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, Gardex, I've sent you a whisper.
Yes,
Uh-oh.
I've seen it. I am satisfied with the answer.
Jolly good. Okay, as you all stand around debating what to do, Kira does come running down the stairs.
Oh, yeah.
A bit of a rush. She's got both swords drawn. Guys, we've got an issue upstairs. The guard are here. What are we going to do?
We kill all guards. No one left alive.
Yes. Maybe.
All of these guards
we
are just after.
We find
Because
another
I
way
broke
to escape out of here without
Yeah,
going
true.
upstairs. Would be the sensible answer.
Yes. So the Melren would like to inspect the walls and investigate if there is a secret passageway
Okay,
to get out.
Go ahead and give me some investigation checks, please, folks.
Investigation.
I was going to say, like,
Well,
whether
back.
the guards were hostile.
Oh, they're angry. They are very angry.
Oh, in that case, then. Oh. Yes. That's just trying to dig a hole, like a little pupple. Hey, scratch, 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 scratch.
You want me to roll yours for you, Christy?
Can do. Sorry, I'm currently cutting leather. Load into game. But yeah, if you roll for me this time.
Yep, no worries. Give me a second.
Still loading in.
And you need a
It's not a strange thing. I got a load of... Well, somebody decided to chuck a load of leather glasses cases at work. And I was like, that's a waste. They're like, I bet you can't make anything out of them. So I'm making everybody Christmas presents out of them.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, Christy, why are you going through the bins? It's like, because you threw out like 50 odd leather glasses cases.
They are useful. We could make things.
Do not understand.
We are the
Recycling
trash. We are the trash, like hunters.
trash. Cosplay
Okay,
is trash.
so I'm making all the girls at work leather handbag charms with tassels.
Oh, nice.
And all the men are having key rings with their initials on.
I just realised
Ooh,
something
nice.
equal parts disgusting but clever.
What?
Considering I know Dom's done like a gentleman coughing in the past,
Yes.
Go on.
and Christy and Tom have done some Pokemon cosplays. You can literally go as Trubbish.
No, I've made my Trubbish as well, haven't I? I have my little Trubbish.
You just go to one of the big bins at the back of like the hotels and that. Just grab a couple of bin bags.
Nice.
Spray paint them green and purple. Done. Big couple of googly eyes. Alright.
But yeah,
So anyway, all the investigation trolls are in. Everyone's panicking, searching around. And Melrin, on the other hand, is very much like, no. Aha! Click. And an old
Just
door, like you can hear the sounds of metal gears like scraping and grinding. It's that high-pitched squeak. And as the wall finally gives way, it leads to a passageway lined with row upon row of sarcophagi and tombs.
Well, Well, this is it's either this or then the guards. So I would choose the catacomb and Merrin starts to walk into the catacomb, but first checks for traps.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing? You following
Oh
Sneaky
yeah.
Rogue?
Fine.
I follow.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay. In that case, then it's a little bit lower heading than you'd expect. For T-Dac, this is nothing. Halfling quite happily strolls down the halls and everything else. For the rest of you, it's a case of every so often you have to duck for just a low beam and things like that. Melron, go ahead and give me a perception check.
13.
Very nice. You see no traps immediately as you go through the corridor, and eventually it opens out into this large cavernous space. Some 40 feet end to end. You can hear the faint sound of waterfall. Who's got dark vision?
I do.
I have dark vision.
I think it's Gardex and Melrin. And
I
Kira.
don't think Marlon does.
No, Dragonborn don't, surprisingly.
Yeah, that's true. Right, every other monstrous player race gets dark vision, and humans, Dragon Ball's the only ones that get left out. That's fine. So you can see quite fine in this darkness. So you can see like about 10 feet from where you guys at the entrance there is a waterfall that goes down some 30 feet and it bows out into a small stream that carries on somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But behind you, you can hear the sounds of the guards getting closer. One of them seems to be yelling, "Don't let them go down that way! Find them!"
Okay. So we just follow the thing, and we gotta keep going.
Yes. Let's just be careful. And let's not get lost in these catacombs. They can be treacherous.
Okay. You still searching for traps, Melrin?
Yes.
Okay then, are you going to do this at speed? Or are you going to take your time?
I'm gonna take my time.
Okay then, go ahead and just roll normally.
So there's the perception.
Pretty nice. Making your way into this larger cavernous space and finding an exit that lies along the other side, lower down, you notice that the ladder that would take you down actually has frayed ropes. I'm annoyed I didn't develop a map for this now. I wish I had a map instead of just a scribble on a piece of paper in front of me. But oh well, I will have to do the best I can. But yeah, the rope's frayed. It could probably take a couple of you if you're not bearing down too much weight on it. Or you can try and climb down. Because the rock wall itself looks climbable. Plenty of footholds and handholds for the brave, for the stronger among you.
So,
yeah.
How strong each of us is?
In order of strongest to weakest, sits at Gardex, Marlon, T-Dac, and Melrin. And why is my wrong? I've just noticed. That's wrong.
I'm gonna have a look at Kira's thing, see whether she has anything.
Yeah, once you do that, I'm just going to fix my overlay really quickly.
Oh, she hasn't actually put any equipment on. Shit. Oh well.
Where did I put? What folder did I put it in? That one, that one, that one. Level 12. TDAC. There we go. Now the name's right for the character.
Nice. Well, I myself am more of a dexterous, but not that strong. So I would suggest that I would, I myself would take the rickety sort of a rope ladder, and I suggest a few of you would climb down, and because these look like they can't hold much weight.
Tedek will climb down walls.
Okay, go
Like
ahead and
by
make
the
an
tether.
athletics check for me.
Not bad.
Hey, you make it down quite swiftly. The guards are getting
Fine.
closer now. You can hear them much
That's right.
clearer, and you can see just a faint glow in the tunnels.
Let me see.
The DM may actually have to build a map.
Spider T-Deck, Spider T-Deck. Get down here!
Okay. I would also like to climb down, but for the sake of helping Melvin get down, could I use mold earth while climbing down to make more climbable, better, like out pointy, platformy bits so that Melvin can step down easier in case we have difficulty.
I will allow it, yeah, because you can mould the earth, as it were.
Yes.
So it's better handholds and footholds. So the DC,
Yes.
once you've done that, lowers.
Right. Sweet.
And I will say, for the sake of expediency, Kira just drops down like a badass.
Yeah. She does the superhero landing.
Yeah.
Douche.
Yeah, and she starts limping for a while. It's like, ow, ow, bad on the knee, bad on the knee. Alright then. So then, Gardex, go ahead and make a athletics check for me, along with Meroren. And how is Marlon going to get down the cliffside? Climb or take the ladder?
Like a bit of jelly on the floor, like to bounce into.
Well, sure. I'm saying that about my role. Well, sure.
Yep. Scrabble down. You guys still have Gum Dammit, so I keep forgetting he's there.
Jump!
Yeah.
I keep forgetting about Gum Dammit.
To be honest, I've been neglecting Gum Dammit as well.
It's a shriveled up corpse of a bear.
Oh.
In that case, then, Marlon, rather, go ahead and give me an athletics check, just to see if you can stick the landing.
Athletics, yeah.
Yep. Athletics.
Let me load. Acrobatics, athletics, yeah.
Yep. Okay, I was hoping for a natural one, but never mind.
Oh.
You fall down, Gun Dammit catches you,
Aww.
gives you a hearty lick, and it's like liquid jelly. It really does. Alright then. So you guys are now at the bottom in this basin. You have two ways out. There is a cave directly across the way from you, going sort of through the stream, over the other side and down that way. Or you can follow the stream out. As you can see, it's carved through the rock. I got Tilak definitely can fit through. The rest of you is going to be a bit of a squeeze.
Unless I use my mad earth molding capabilities.
You can certainly try, although there may be some challenge in that as well.
I'm an earthbender. It depends though. Depends on what
it's gonna be
we
toss
feel.
morning to Ang. You do that, you're just gonna crush sucker like a bean.
Oh damn. Or I could just, or I could just wild shape into a spider and just be like, "Goodbye, bitches."
As you get down the
that's
stream, suddenly you
one way.
just remember, oh wait, there was that nursery about the spider in the water. Oh no!
Oh, oh no.
From down the boss, we just hear Garlic going, I picked the wrong book for this block.
I'm getting flushed.
Still, the guards are getting closer, the light is getting brighter.
Hmm.
Oh, shit.
Go to the light, go to the light, go to the light, go to the light.
The light is
we-
where you come from.
Oh shit! Don't
The
go
light
to
is
the
the
light, don't go to
guards.
the light. It's a trap!
Could we how strong is the stream?
The current isn't that strong.
Yeah, because there is a possibility that Merren could try to float through in the water.
As much as
So-
Tedak hates the idea, he doesn't mind diving into the water and swimming for it.
I will be right back. 1 second.
Okie dokes.
I don't mind going for the swim. I reckon I could be right.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Okay, we're swimming for it.
I get it.
Just comes up. I
go.
will be a shark.
You guys get into the stream. It starts off like knee deep for the tallest amongst you. For T-Dak, it's sort of waist high.
Nice.
But once you get to like this opening, everyone like treading water and T-Dak half swimming kind of cancels out the fact that the taller of you actually have to squat down and almost like crawl through the gap. But for T-Dak, it's perfectly feasible to tread water and walk through.
Sweet.
But you guys all make your escape downstream.
Woo!
Which
Sweet.
takes us to the next section of this epic getaway.
Oh, lovely.
I'm well prepared this time.
It's like, the god's already here! Oh god!
Yes,
No!
you guys actually went over a loading trigger. Sorry, I Bethesda'd this.
It's like,
Yeah.
it'll just be that bit from Emperor's New Groove. It's like, wait, how did you get here before us? Wait, it doesn't
Honestly,
actually
we
make
have
sense.
no idea. But as you like snake your way through and everything else, the water does get deeper in places. So I'll need T-Dak to make an athletics check for me.
Oh, lovely. Okay,
As you're
athletics.
actually swimming, it's not hard. It's just a question of can you actually swim to keep up,
Yes.
which you can. In fact, you actually start gaining speed as everyone else is like, this is getting pretty deep now. T-Dak's is full on doggy paddling to speedy victory.
Like,
But the current does pick up as you realise that you guys are actually now going downhill.
oh, lovely.
Oh no, this is not good.
Not enough to knock you guys off balance, but might also explain T-Dak's sudden increase in speed. And it opens out into another cavernous chamber where you got 5 feet either side of this river for some space manoeuvrability. You can see a pathway off to your right. The river just keeps on going, but the current is getting quicker the further down you go. And you can hear the faint rumblings off the edge of a waterfall. And over to the left and just slightly curved away around the wall seems to be a small gap. You can hear something off in the distance and the faint sulphurous smell beyond.
Oh, lovely.
As soon as Melran starts to hear the rumble of the waterfall, he's just gonna get out of the water and just say, okay, there's a waterfall coming up ahead, and I recommend every one of us getting out before we fall off the edge.
Yeah. I think we'll get out of the water, as will Kira.
As will Gardex.
Okay.
We'll drag Marlon out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marlon pulls out as well and like rings off the bottom of his robes. Oh, these were clean this morning.
Yes.
Okay. Which side do you go for out of interest? Do you go right or left? What side?
So there's noises coming from the left and a sulfurous smell coming from the right.
Sulphur smell coming and the noise is coming from the left.
Oh.
The right is another pathway that seems to disappear off, and then straight ahead downriver seems to go into a waterfall, judging by the noise.
I vote right.
I vote right.
Okay.
Yeah, going right.
That's all I need to know. So you put yourselves out of the water. Those that want to, go ahead and make a nature check.
Nature.
Mm.
Oh, come on. I'm a druid guy. How can I be bad at nature? Oh, intelligence. That's why.
Well, how can I be this good at nature-related things?
You're a cat.
Well, I am a cat. So...
It's more about that.
Literally part of nature.
It's also T-Dac, the less intelligent among you all, has scored the highest.
Yes.
Something that I did not intend.
Lol.
Although you guys have all been adventurers and everything long enough, and you're about that point in levels. Noxious fumes, or what you can smell, like the very acrid and acidic, tend to be a trait of black dragons.
Oh, great.
Bad touch.
So clearly that left passageway leads to a black dragon den, probably.
Totally not going there.
All right.
Yeah.
So in that case then, two choices remain. Right further through the cave system, or straight on down the waterfall.
I think we all voted right, if I recall correctly.
Oh, I was wondering about right or left, like what bank you were getting on.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, we voted right.
Yeah.
Which was I was like,
More
yeah,
right.
you all know that if you went left and decided to go down that left passage, you'll be walking into trouble.
I think we should go with the waterfall.
What, going down the waterfall?
Yeah, if there isn't like a way, like a passageway down next to it.
I thought we were going right because that seemed like the most quietest and safest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
What's the marching order for this? As well, as it now gets quite narrow. Before, like you could like shuffle around each other. Now it gets very single pathed kind of travel.
Melren could be like going first.
Yeah, Marin in the front. Who's behind Marin?
I don't mind taking second place. Oh, sorry. Did you want to?
No, you go for it.
Okay, I'll be.
Well, I'll go up behind and have Gingy on my shoulder looking backwards.
Okay then. That's cool.
So,
That works out rather well. I'm going to put my foam head on the floor because it's in the way. I need some stat sheets.
Oh no.
Right, just so I can do some passives. Okay. Marin, I would like you please to do a dexterity saving throw for me with advantage.
Okay.
As you guys carry on storming down this corridor, you also notice, FYI, like the guards seem to have stopped pursuing you. Pretty nice.
Yes.
So as you're running down this corridor and everything, you actually manage to like stop and get everyone to stop behind you. And it does get like very cartoony, like it's bump, 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 bump. And you actually come to this wide, cavernous drop into what looks like total oblivion. it goes beyond your sight. You can hear like the stones trickling down, and like for a couple of seconds, there's nothing but the void. You don't even hear it hit the bottom.
That is quite a deep hole.
There is enough space there for you guys to walk around, but you got to be careful and steady.
Yes.
Oh, great. Care and steadiness. my one weakness.
Well, it's more a case of if the guards were still chasing you, you guys are like, we'll double move. There was a chance you guys would have fallen down into the pit below.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't need to DPK you, you could do it yourselves. Do it your own dungeon death. Alright then. So that's kind of cool. So, the pathway itself snakes around the edge. You guys can make it quite carefully and steadily. It drops down a little bit, and eventually you find yourselves going down another passageway, which widens slightly. So it's not quite full single file. You can do swapping around whatever needs to be. Until eventually you finally arrive at daylight.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah.
And it is a bright, moonlit evening. Because I think you guys came here at night, if I recall.
My eyes!
Yeah, my mind went, it's a bright, shining... I went, hang on, no, you guys came here at night. I wrote this thinking you started the day. No, you started at night, if I recall.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it is a surprisingly bright, moonlit night. Like, there's not a single cloud in the sky, the moon is fully bright and everything else. Those of you who don't have dark vision can see just fine.
Nice.
It's that level of bright.
Merwin just, as we get out, Merwin just stops for a moment and just looks all over the beautiful nature. Enjoying the view.
Indeed. If this were a Skyrim, this would be like a vista point.
Yeah.
This would be somewhere for you to just stop, relax, and take in the view.
So I'll go and find a drag race quote video because there's a drag queen quote which I just keep on thinking of.
Why Twitch? Why do you do this?
Because it loves you.
Yeah, it loves to be a pain. Alright then. So, this, guys, brings you suspect, north of Condate, along the Serpent Spine Mountains. As you sort of look behind you, it's mountainous terrain behind, and before you is a lake. Still and tranquil, you can see the moon reflected in it and everything else.
Sorry.
Cool.
That's right. Where would you like to go from here?
Better find this temple.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, can you guys say that again? Sorry, I blanked for a second then.
Oh, okay.
I actually properly blanked. You guys taking a rest, I take it?
Yeah, let's take a rest.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Kira agrees, like. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, we've been doing quite a lot of running, swimming, and who knows
All kinds
what
of
else we've been
movements.
doing. Sorry?
All kinds of movements.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay then. As you all take your rest, so you gain hit points, your skills and abilities and everything else that come back over the course of a long rest.
Woohoo!
Godex.
Oh no.
Oh god.
Hi.
No.
Come
Fireball.
with me, little one.
Oh,
So,
fuck.
hi. Welcome to the dark space again.
I wish I had a fireball.
Just fireball everything. There we go. Do that, and then people can see us on the overlays. Right. So your curse now manifests.
Oh, great.
Until you find a way of lifting this curse, to which you have no idea what to do.
Okay.
Anytime you are struck by a spell attack, or you fail a spell DC,
Okay.
you take 1d4 necrotic damage.
Okay, take 1. Okie dokie.
And that's all your curse is for now. So if
Oh,
anything happens until you find a way of removing it,
Oh, lovely.
fails every time you get hit by a fireball or get hit by a firebolt or stuff like that, you're taking an extra d4 necrotic.
Okie dokie. Noted.
Thank you, because I'll probably forget. Alright then, I'll throw us back up with the others.
Oh no. Hi.
Hi. I've just informed Garrix of what's going to happen to him.
Uh-oh.
It's
Oh, no.
Fun.
It's not.
For me, it is.
That's why I don't like it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-bum. Right. Following day. So, morning comes to you all. You all have a good rest. Before you, in the lake, what was once a still calm spot of nature, you can now see is actually teeming with life. Faintly, you can see some deer off to one side. Seems like salmon or something is rushing to get back up to spawning pools, which might be up on this mountainous trail somewhere. So you can see like they're jumping from waterfall to waterfall. It's pretty nice.
As Codex was getting his judgment, let's say it like that, we were thinking that there is things in the new party bag, that we would need to share, sort of.
Indeed, there is some stuff to divvy out.
And because Maren is a little bit in the bottom in the strength list, he would probably benefit the most from the belt of the fire giant for strength.
I see no problem with this.
Okie dokes.
I see no problem at all.
It's going to be quicker for me to edit the D&D Beyond 1 than the Roll20 sheet.
Yep.
I'll be so glad when D&D Beyond's like, oh hey, we now have a virtual tabletop.
Yeah.
It's going to be so good.
Oh, that'd be good.
Please make it a thing, D&D Beyond.
It would be awesome.
Right, so there we go, and then there you go. So you spent a half an hour to attune it, so now your strength is at 25.
Ooh.
Yes.
You don't quite like Hulk roid out, but you realise that now like your shirt's a bit tighter than normal.
Yes.
Got to undo a couple of buttons.
Yes.
I was going to say, Tedak will try and catch some salmon or whatever creatures are roaming about that they could possibly eat.
Okay, then go ahead and give me a survival check, T-Deck.
Not bad.
Not bad. It's not a bad catch. You do catch a few salmon. I mean, there's plenty of it, so it's not like a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to claim things from the party kitty?
New party bag.
Obviously, the belt fire giant strength has gone to Foxy.
Yes.
Okay. I shall edit this.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know what's in there, so...
Well, we have the items that have not been taken. A +2 short sword, an adamantine breastplate, an amulet of proof of detection against location, a potion of resistance against necrotic damage, 2 potions of mystery chemical X healing potions, and an animated shield.
I don't think there's anything in there for me.
That's cool. That's cool.
Adamantine breastplate, is that heavy?
Breastplate is medium armor, but the adamantine prevents you from taking the effects of a critical hit.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, it will just be normal
hits.
damage.
Nice, but then... but then...
But then you don't get your barbarian armor buffies.
Not worth it for me.
Trade-off for the trade-off.
Nah, not worth. I'll leave it. I'll be that guy.
It's worth a lot though when you guys get to a point where you can sell it.
Oh yeah. Profit, boys.
Yes.
I get him. So T-Dat comes back with a fine breakfast pallet of you of freshly caught salmon.
Fish! Fish!
So it's ended up being candy. This gumdammit still has the instincts of a bear. It's just sat there in the stream, mouth wide open. Doesn't have a gag or swallow reflex. You just see salmon bemused, like swimming in jelly, going, "What is this?"
Yeah, the salmon was dead, but now it's reanimated in jelly because of the water content.
Yes.
Looks like the fish from Candy Crush Saga.
Yes.
God damn it.
Alright then. So you guys have a nice healthy breakfast. All set and ready for the day ahead. Where would you like to go?
Kira pipes up saying, "What we're supposed to go to some temple or something for some more stuff to defeat this what's his face again? Ebenrath?"
But wasn't that the temple of Io that we were just in?
Indeed it was.
Yeah.
We were? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So we were in the... I think if we would have gone to the other direction, which smelled like sulfur, it could have been that Ebenrath would have been there.
Well, it's doubtful. Carry on.
I doubt it very much.
I mean,
Yeah.
sulfur and stuff was that's usually come from black dragons or something, and yeah, that's probably where that carapace was.
I think people would know if he was hidden underneath.
Yeah,
the temple of Io.
True.
So, should we tick off what we've got and what we haven't got so far? And who do we think we need to target next for these?
Brian, can you make a handout so we can list off treasures and stuff?
The artifacts collected.
Yes.
I certainly can do. I can give you the list that I've got in front of me right now.
Okay. I'll put it in the new party bag.
It's alright, I can make it a separate handout in a sec. It's just
Oh, okay. Thank you.
so I can update my own notes anyway.
Okay.
So, in terms of artifacties, from the dragons, you have Aurelian's Gavel, which is Gardax's Warhammer.
Yep.
The Bronze Conduit, which is Marlon's fancy staff. Next up is in the dwarves you have Gungnir, Odin's Sphere.
Yep.
And that's all the ones you've collected. The ones that you had on your list, you had Lilith's Gauntlets that you needed the location of, along with Azulon's Mantle. There was the Umber Carapace, which was the +2 Black Shield. That triggered.
Okay. Yes.
In terms of more Norse-related ones, you also thought about going for Surtur's Blade, which was a great sword that did some nasty things.
Well, from where we are, would it be the quickest or most logical to go after Trims?
The Umber Carapace?
Yes.
I'm just thinking in terms of map.
Yeah.
Without looking at it, I'm not actually looking at it currently.
No, that's fine.
That's fine. I've got you guys on the world map, and again, it's a really low-res copy, because sadly I can't... As much as I'll upload the full res, apparently it's too big for Roll20 servers to handle.
And possibly Io's Claw if it's there.
Speaking of, actually, that +2 short sword.
What?
Someone want to go ahead and make a history or religion check? As
Everyone.
as
I was going to say, I did a history check already on it, I'm sure.
Well, both of them are -1. What's the worst that can happen?
Hang on, let me just get this hot glue out of my hand and I'll roll.
God damn it.
No worries.
Mentioning that,
I'm sure I did it. I'm sure I did a history check on it already.
You
It's
did.
a pretty old sword, guys.
Yeah, you did, and it was an old sword.
Yeah.
But now you have some more time to sit down and examine it. This being the main crux of it. Because you guys picked it up and went, oh, it's a really old sword, we'll just grab that and go.
yeah.
Alrighty then.
We are all crap, apart from Melvin.
Apart from the
Marlon.
wizard. The smart one.
Wizard.
Yes.
As you examine it more closely, also, since Marlon, I know you're trained in it, go ahead and give me an Arcana check. As you're examining the ancient blade, the metal on it is still shiny, it's untarnished, no rust. The grip and the guard is plain. And as you start to properly examine it, like get your hands on it and check it over, the guard is wrong. Like you feel parts of the air that are solid. And it's a case of, oh, this is actually an illusion. And with a couple more seconds of examining it and everything else, you can unravel the illusion slowly, and it's like taking off cloth as you're doing it. And as you start to pull it off, you now see what this sword really looks like. It has a black ebonwood handle, which slowly gives way to a golden head of a dragon. Not a gold dragon head, like it's a dragon's head that's just been painted gold.
Yeah. It is the golden dragon.
Yes.
And as you start to unravel it and reveal more of it, its mouth is open, and protruding from its mouth is a equivalent short sword length blade.
Okay. I'm renaming this.
And as you sort of unravel the last of the illusion, you realise to your historical belief, or like, not horror, but like shock and amazement, this is the legendary Io's Claw.
Oh shit. Nice.
Nice.
All finely balanced and everything else, exactly like the history books described it as. It's a work of art, and even like staring into the eyes is like staring up at a full night sky. So if anybody wants to attune to it, now's a good time.
Sword's not my cup of tea, so.
Well, I do have my affinity to swords, but then again, I'm not really good with fighting with them. I'm more of a ranged fighter.
So, Gardex or me or Kira?
Just give Gum Damn It the
Oh no. Come damn it is now a 1/4 paladin.
Nice.
Yeah, looking looking like the Pokemon from the Pokemon Sword and Shield, holding a sword in his mouth.
Sounds like this way I'm just thinking of Zoro from One Piece, like, free sword style.
Nice.
I was more
Yeah.
thinking, he goes to pick it up and it just envelops into his hand. Like the salmon did.
It's just floating in the jelly.
Yeah. Hold on. Never mind. I'm dumb. I was just looking at something and I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a second. Also, Don's webcam's gone off, or is it just me?
I have no idea.
I've only just hooked up now and been like, why is his webcam off?
It's still on my end.
It's off. Hang on, let me reconnect.
It's off on my end. There we are.
There we go.
We do.
There we have Brian's face.
Yeah, obviously Roll20 was having a silly moment.
Yeah.
Started.
That's right, it's not you, it's Roll20. Which is why I'm desperate for D&D Beyond to hurry up and have that virtual tabletop.
Yes.
Right. So, anybody that wants to attune to the sword Io's Claw, it is a +2 short sword regardless. Anyone that attunes to it, they gain the access to the Paladin spell list on their highest level. It's a bit mouthy to explain. Basically, like, since you're level 12 and some of you are cross-classed, your highest class, you are considered that level in Paladin to access the spell list.
I mean, does it give you spell casting along with that, or is it just you have the plus?
You gain
power.
access to the spell list. So Trim's cleric, being like pure cleric, was also considered a paladin of the equivalent level, and every time she prepared her spells for that day, she also prepared paladin spells in that mix.
This is true.
So you being a druid, it's like, okay, I prepare these druid spells every day. I do have access to these paladin spells as well. Let's mix it up a bit. Throw in a couple of smites for freebies.
God. I don't want to be the weapon, the go-to. Like I'm just handy human arsenal of weapons.
Meanwhile, TEDx read the books on the first bloody weapons of D&D.
Nice.
Yeah. But like that's for your case. In Fox's case, he's more rogue, so he gets more paladin levels for his use of the short sword.
This is true.
It's a matter of who's going to benefit from it a lot more.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like, I'll have access to like whatever paladin at 6th level has. So if I was to just
Yeah, it's only the spells. It's not paladin abilities.
Oh, yeah,
It's solely
yeah, of
the
course.
spell list.
that's all I was looking for. Where are you?
So I think you'd get the majority of the spell list off the top of my head.
Let me see if I did.
Up to
Probably
third level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just looked on the like paladin stuff and it's like up to third level since we are 12th level. Yay.
Well, he'll be a 6th level paladin.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Melrin would be a 9th level paladin.
Yes.
It's a weird item. It's like I said, that ability is a bit wordy. I'm trying to make it more clear and contextual, but you kind of need to say the example.
Of course, would I be the highest level paladin?
Technically, Marlon would be higher. Marlon is 12th, like purely.
Yeah.
Oh, this is true.
Yes.
That is very true.
But like
I mean-
Marlon's already said, sword's not really his thing.
Yeah.
I can.
If nobody else wants to take it, I can of course take it and put
I'm
it.
guessing this would be not beneficial for Tedak in any shape or form whatsoever.
Well, let's actually look at Tdak's.
He has no spell casting.
I can already see a benefit of me taking this.
Yeah,
I'm looking at this list and I'm like, smite, smite,
Smite,
smite,
smite,
and
smite.
smite.
Yep. For,
Oh yeah, the smiting.
For Melrin, it'll be very tactically advantaged because it's like, okay, I hit, I crit, I smite. I do a
Yes.
lot of damage
This is true.
because you double all the dice. Remember?
Yes.
So Melrin would do d6 for the sword, plus sneak attack, plus smite, plus any extra bonuses that happen to crop up later on. Just a heads up.
Yeah.
Just something to think about. Although Tdak, though not a spellcaster,
No.
you would still be considered a paladin for the purposes of casting those spells.
And
So you'd still be
What?
basing it off your wisdom off the top of my head.
no, it's charisma.
Oh, is it charisma still?
It's
Okay,
charisma.
then.
Paladins are charisma.
Yeah, so your spells wouldn't be great.
So yeah, it's a toss up. I think in that case, then it's between Melvin and Gardex.
And
Yes.
Kira, I mean, Kira would be pretty baller with it.
I know.
Sure.
It's just I feel bad. So I mean, the only person then who fulfills all the criteria, then, like putting it all together, is Gardex. Like this is the only. I mean, I'm only thinking it because Gardex, besides Marlon, is the only other person in the party who can cast spells, and I think he could possibly benefit that. But I do get what you're talking about with Melrin, though.
Oh yeah,
Like with
Oh, yeah.
tons of damage.
definitely.
Yeah,
My
it's like a
debate is-
steamroller.
My debate is, with this on my side, I have bonus action spells,
This is true.
and the bonus action spells are smite based.
Yeah, this is true.
So my idea is, and let me just lay this out: big F off wacky hammer, smite with big F off wacky hammer, plus additional big F off wacky hammer additional damage. I become radiant gardening.
Becomes the divine gardener.
That. Oh yeah, but it wouldn't. Oh,
But then-
so cool. Oh,
Anyway,
it's so.
just
bad.
food for thought as you guys mull that over. But where would you like to go for your next course of action? You know that
So-
that Conde and the Dragonborn Empire is to your south past the mountain range, but you'll have to either A, work your way back through the caves, or sneak around the mountain, go around the lake, and take the river back down again. You could also see there was a river going northwards.
Hmm.
Yes, you have rested.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You rested on the mountainside. But when I pulled you away for that 1-to-1, that's when your curse activated and you were resting.
Oh shit.
Okay. Cool. That's
Oh
fine.
crap!
So
Spoiler alert!
Have I changed in any way? Like, have I got like any like dark marks on me, or
Nope.
am I feeling any? Okay, I'm okay.
You just feel off. Like you did something you shouldn't have done. You darn goofed, I believe is the term.
you darn goofed.
Look.
I will let you think back on what may have caused you to goof.
I probably know.
No.
the goofing.
Merwin would sort of like to look towards Godex to see if there is anything changed with him.
Make an insight check.
All right.
And say, before we give Gardex his sword, is the curse going to affect the sword?
Mechanically, no. For funsies, probably. I have to see how that turns out. What did you get for your insight? A 17.
Yes.
Yeah, Gardex looks fine. There's nothing wrong with him, although even if he himself is giving off like these tense vibes every now and again, he's fine. Physically.
Yeah.
Although I leave it to Gardex if he wants to blab about the curse and feel like something's wrong.
He will just like he'll see like Melvin's like giving a check over as if to go like huh? Huh? Go like, I am fine, Cat 1.
Okay then.
Marlon, you say something of Shield of Black Dragon.
Well, if we found one part that was owned by the halfling in the tail, then I'm just wondering about the other half next.
So
And
you
go
say.
with each other.
So we say we go through cave again and find Shield.
I don't know if it would actually be here. Would it be here, Brian, or would it be more located back further down in?
What did you get for your history earlier? You got pretty good, didn't you?
17.
Going back over the tail and everything else, it would make sense for it to be near the sword and buried with possibly where Trim was buried. Or it might even been passed down like family lines, or even as like a sign of honor. Things like that, like how Io's Claw should have done. It should have gone from Emperor to Emperor of the Dragonborn. It's like an heirloom.
So
it looks like we might have to go back into the Cave of Wonders.
Yeah.
Somewhere off in the distance, you hear a vague rumbling of Frank Welker.
And the other thing... Sorry.
That's right, I was just making a joke of Cave of Wonders, you hear Frank Welker somewhere off in the distance.
God damn it.
I was going to say, the other thing is if we've had a rest and that, the guards wouldn't be looking for us probably that further down. If they were, they're probably waiting at the front for us to come out. We've not come out yet to them.
guards might think we dead.
Or that you've fled the country.
That too. From Metagaming Pigeon.
Cool.
Cool.
These are not the adventurers you're looking for.
Since we strong, rested up, full stomachs, we should fight to get shield.
So I've got
Yeah.
level back, so that would help greatly.
Yes.
Yeah, so for the record, Tedak is in favour of going back into the cave and beating up a dragon.
Hmm.
Okie dokes.
I mean, don't know what everyone else is feeling, so
I'm currently taking the plastic seal off of this water bottle so I can use it tomorrow and no one can complain.
Yeah. Well, there would be. We could, of course, battle it out with the gods if we run into them. And,
we kill gods too.
yeah. It's not a problem for me.
Tedak can eat gods after?
Maybe.
Kira just gives you this horrified look of, oh god, not again. Not again.
In that case, then, Tedak is just going to go towards the cave because he is not standing around anymore.
Okay. The halfling marches back off into the cave system as the rest of you all follow.
Melren goes right after the halfling.
Okay, I'm just going to hop back over to the other map just so I can adjust the marching order. So, there we go. Just so I know who's where in the order. Right then.
Yeah.
As you all march on through and retrace your steps and everything else, you come back to that previous chamber where you first smelt the acidic fumes coming from that cave entrance. So you got the river now is in front of you, going to your right, off down the waterfall, and across that river, just slightly off to the right, seeming snaking down another path, would be that cave.
Yeah, Tedak's going to inhale the sulfur. This way.
Your eyes begin to water because you're basically inhaling. The damn ninjas are chopping onions in here somewhere. It be strong in here. Alright then. Marching on downwards into the cavern.
Yes.
I'm going to need Tedak
Lol.
to make a dexterity saving throw. With advantage.
Oh, okay.
Danger sense.
Danger sense 22.
Very nice. As you step on through, like you feel the faint rumble for a second, and there is a blast from the floor that you weren't expecting.
Okay.
You do take some damage.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
You only take half of this.
Okay.
So take 3
7
points of acid damage.
Lovely.
And it's
Yes.
just blasted into your face, and it's like, oh my god! And you realise that if like you weren't fast enough to step back, you would have taken like a blast to the face.
Would you say that would be a load to the face?
Lovely. Lovely. Corrosive load.
Yes, corrosive load.
We getting close.
Yes.
Right, I would just say I'm just going off to do my glarging.
Okay.
If I was quiet, so
That's cool, that's cool. Okay. So, you get past that one, keeping on. How are you proceeding now, T-Duck? Are you going to take time and be more cautious? Are you going to sprint on through?
Ooh. I think T-Duck will try and be cautious and stealthy.
Okay, then. That's
It's
fine.
not within his pay. There we go.
That's fine. It just means you get +5 for your passive perception.
Okay, my passive perception, where the feck is it?
So it's your perception +10, but since you have advantage in air quotes, it's +15.
Okay.
So you'd be at +19.
I have a +0 to my wisdom, so it'll be like 10 plus
Yeah,
5
but you
is
got
15.
perception trained, haven't you? So you get your proficiency bonus.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so +4 currently, the 15 from passive advantage is +19. Cool. You proceed on down like you're fully aware of all the traps before they trigger and spring off and everything else. So you can warn everyone of, oh, hang on a second, as more acid blasts jet out from the walls. You also avoid a cave-in, like with some of the acid like eating away at some of the rock. Some more resistant pieces have like fallen through and nearly copy you guys on the head and everything else. And then
Lovely.
eventually, it opens out into this wide open space again. Seemingly enveloped in acid, it is like slick to the bottom. And inside, I need you to make a perception check.
Well,
All of
thank
us.
God we didn't.
Everybody.
Thank God we didn't get bonked on the noggin.
Yeah. There were a lot of traps down our corridor. I was like, oh my god, this could be... It wouldn't be deadly, but like rolls going the way they were from the past couple of weeks. I predict one of you guys getting to this room and be like, I'm okay. I cannot feel my face.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, that is actually really good perception from Gardex. I'll do
Yes.
Marlon's whilst Christie's AFK. Oh, we good. Don't know why I've got an old Batman song stuck in my head.
Sweet.
Well, Bat Metal.
Ooh, bad metal. So it's by that clock.
Yep.
Yes.
Perception from the mighty wizard. Oh, wow. Okay, so Gardex still wins. So Gardex, you're the first one to notice as everyone sort of filters out into this space. The walls themselves are slick. They go down 15, 20 feet into a bowl-like structure. At the bottom, you can see pools of acid bubbling away, still eating away at the bedrock. Piles of coins and gems stacked up, some of them melting into heaps. And right at the back of this chamber, snoring away, is a black dragon. Just gently breathing away. Every so often, like the breathing gets a bit heavier, it lets out a jet of acid. And you can see it goes down a funneled pipeline somewhere. And that's clearly what you guys have all been hitting on your way through.
Okay. I will let everyone know this situation, and we'll basically just go, be very quiet. The black dragon is beneath us, as well as a pool of acid.
As Godek says this, Merwin instantly goes like, everybody just shh.
Okay.
And wants to move as stealthily as possible.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for me.
Yes.
Okay, you feel pretty stealthy as you start making your way down through the suck rock and everything else.
Yes.
Are you actually going down into the pit towards all the gold, or are you going to just try and snake along the edge?
Trying to snake along the edge
Okay,
this time around.
quite happily make it all the way across. Can I make can you make an athletics check for me, please?
Yes. But of course, this is gonna probably suck. Oh no!
Not bad.
No, it's
Not
fine.
Not bad.
As you're walking along, you realise that, like, oh, it's pretty narrow and pretty thin. But you catch yourself a couple of times as your foot slips down the acid slope. It's like, if you had slipped, you would have either A, ended up in a pool of acid, or B, hit a hoard of coin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And woken up the dragon, and that's something we don't want.
One of these things hurts more than the other.
Yes.
And one would just suck is be like, ow, I've fallen in a pool of acid. The other one would be, ow, I've hit some coins. Why does the air suddenly change colour?
I am back. So.
Welcome back. You're about to witness Fox's imminent demise, probably.
Oh dear.
As he continues to snake around this chamber, the dragon is still snoring quite heavily. Go ahead and give me another perception check, Foxy.
Alrighty.
As your vantage point has now changed.
Yes.
I really wish now I had a map ready for this. Ooh, 18, pretty nice. In amongst
Yes.
the hoard of coinage and everything else, you can see what looks like sort of pride in place. In the middle of it all, a dragon's scale, about the same size as a shield. It's been embossed and polished off over the years. And now just sits there in the hoard.
Ooh. I just gotta say this out of character. I'm so tempted to do one thing. And it is to try to sleight of hand the thing from the hoard.
I mean,
It's your move, dude.
Yep.
Yeah,
You cannot out RP this. You gotta be true to your character.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I would give you guidance, but you're kinda over there, and I'm kinda over here.
Yeah. So, well, Marin, as he is trying to sort of stealthily tries to grab the dragon scale, being as careful as he can.
Okay. Let me get a map done for you. It'll be a quick sketch.
Alright.
I wasn't expecting you guys to come here quite so soon.
Why is my thought process just thinking the baby?
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just don't channel that energy, Foxy.
So-
Just don't
Yeah.
Just
do the baby.
So
Yeah,
just
let's
give me
not do the baby.
a few seconds.
Like it either sounds like a really bad thing we should not actually talk about, or it just sounds like a really awkward dance move.
Yeah.
Kick
True.
the baby. No, don't kick the baby.
Kick the
Yeah,
baby. No, don't.
let's not repeat what happened earlier with my former character.
Good point.
Whoops, that is going to be way too small. In fact, actually, no, we can go ahead with this. Right, so I'll just bring you guys over. Whilst I continue to draw the rest in. This isn't to scale, FYI.
Alright.
I've only just realised. It's meant to be considerably larger than this. So, for the sake of ease, I need... Where's Foxy's token? There's Foxy's token. So right now, you've made your way over to here. Like, keeping to the edge. Everybody else is down here at the entrance.
Yes.
I just need an appropriate thing. Oops. Wrong button. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Somewhere in here. Can't tell me there isn't one. would help if that was on the token layer, as was that one. So, again, not to scale, but you can see like dragon is sound asleep over here.
Yes.
Let's put in a nice. Oh, no, that's too flashy a pink. We need a nice golden yellow. There's like a hoard of coinage there. There's a hoard of coinage over here. And right sort of where he's sleeping, like Smaug in the Hobbit,
Oh god.
is the Black Dragon.
Oh, lovely.
And pride and place of it all.
Black dragon, black dragon, bam, bam.
So right in the middle is the Black Shield.
Okay.
And like I said, the way down itself is quite slick, so you need to, if you go at it at speed or with stealth,
Where would the rest of us be
Well-
at this moment in time?
you're all the way over here at the back of the room.
Oh, lovely.
Well, Merwin goes with extreme, careful, stealthy way.
Okay, then, so just go ahead and give me a straight stealth check. Not bad. And go ahead and also give me an acrobatics check. It's beginning
Here
to
we
like
go.
slide down and be careful. It's like slipping, slipping. Whoop, poof.
Oh god.
Ow.
As you slide on down, you hit the coinage, sort of down here. You don't
Yeah.
take any damage as you like slide on into it, but it does fall over you. You all hear like the sound of the coins.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
The baby!
Oh man, I need to actually make a roll here.
Oh god damn it.
Good.
Please don't wake up.
And
Please
as you all
don't
sit
wake
there,
up.
it's like, hold your breath for a second, and the coins begin to shift around the dragon as it begins to stir,
Oh shit!
and it begins to sniff the air. I smell you.
God.
Where are you, little thief? Where are you hiding?
Don't say anything.
What would the rest of you like to do?
Oh shit!
I'm giving you a chance for safety.
I would like to brace. No, I would like to like grab my spear and like prepare for the worst.
For the first time in a while, T-Dak is actually trembling in fear.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Fuck off! Well, I mean, they did face a purple worm like ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the purple worm was like sort of weird desert battle. This is a dragon on home turf.
Oh yeah.
Arlon's just sort of stood whispering to himself, like rapidly, like just trying to work out, you know, like Doctor Strange does, where
Yeah.
he's going through like the million different possibilities.
Yes.
So,
It's like none of his possibilities look quite good.
yeah, actually, you're stroking from your over. It's like how
At like 5.
how many times did we survive this? Do you want the good news or the bad news?
We'll have the bad news first, then we'll have the good news afterwards.
I was gonna say bad news. We all die. Good news. There's a million ways we die. It's all very fascinating.
Oh shit.
At least that's how I would interpret Marlon's reaction to all this. We're all going to die. It's very fascinating. Alright then. As you all stand there in horror, Melvin, what would you like to do?
That is a good question. What?
Hide! That's what you
Yeah.
do.
Why did we do this before giving the cat
Yeah,
a
well,
gun?
Melvin will hide, or
Okay,
at least attempt to.
go ahead and make a stealth check for me. I really wish now I had a certain bit of soundtrack. I wish I had some really tense music, but I don't. I have no tense music.
I'm just thinking of that tense music from Critical Role. Dun 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 dun.
Oh, I was
dun,
thinking
dun,
more
dun,
like
dun,
the
dun, dun.
actual bit from Desolation of Smaug
Oh
with the
yeah.
rising
Oh, yeah.
strings. Oh, is that going to be good enough? I don't know.
Oh.
That will have to do. Alright then. An 18 on stealth. No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. That music's not good enough. I need better music.
But yeah, when you said not good enough, I generally thought that was a stealth check. Oh
no,
my god.
no, it's not good enough. I need better music. That's better. That's much more tense and intimidating. And ominous. Okay, as you like hide into all the coinage and everything else, a few of them do rattle and fall over you
Mm-hmm.
as the dragon begins to move around the cave. Like it echoes throughout the cave, and like you can even hear like the sound of coins breaking under his weight.
Oh.
He ain't a small boy. He begins to realize he is huge.
Yeah, he's a huge boy.
He's a big, strong boy.
Indeed, he's
Yes.
had his Weetabix this morning. What dragons even eat Weetabix? I thought
Yeah,
for
that
another
is a
time,
good
though.
question.
I think the definition is dragon eats whatever the hell they want.
Yeah, definitely.
As he begins to sniff the air. I can smell you, Tabaxi. How did you find me? So many questions I could ask. And I'm going to find you. Come out wherever you are. Somewhere in another universe is sitting going, meow mix, where's my dinner?
Oh
Alright then.
god.
The rest of you can see the dragons moving. It's huge forms skulking amongst the coinage.
Okay. As soon as the dragon gets a little closer to Melrin, Tedak is going to get down to where, like, get down so that he's at the sort of south, like, hold on, that corner of the cave, and he's going to scream, like, battle cry to lure the dragon towards him.
Okay.
So, okay, I was just assuming that the dragon would just get close and then I'll beat it.
I was giving you guys a chance to do something first.
Okay.
I think like all these actions are happening at once, but just breaking it apart just makes things a bit easier.
Okay, I can kind of get there. This is fine. Tedak's gonna sort of get down and go. Oh man, dragon!
Oh god. Oh
Oh,
god.
you over here!
Big lizard! Come and face me!
Okay.
And he does.
See that goes off and does that. What about Gardex and Marlon? I feel like I need to bring everyone's tokens on now.
I'm so sorry, guys.
And I really need to do a better map.
Do you need our initiative?
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, we'll see how this plays out first.
Okay.
But
Kira's just gonna prime her crossbow bolt ready. Just thinking, turn back, you fucking idiot.
God damn it.
I know that this won't work at all, but I kind of want to do this because this is what happened on my very, very, very first time playing D&D.
Go on.
Was we had a character who was just a hand go underneath the dragon and start pleasuring it.
God damn it.
Defeated the dragon.
give it a reach around.
Do you want Tedek to do that?
I don't know. I was more thinking I'll send Gingy to like go underneath him and tickle him.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Is Gingy acid proof? I mean,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, but I have unlimited Gingys. This isn't the original Gingy. Every time they get killed, I bake another one.
Yeah. Yeah, Gingy's just...
Gingy's later, the acid just keeps devouring him.
Yeah, Gingy's just Marlon's familiar, just keeps coming back.
Yeah.
God.
Slightly
Same with
more
Bertie
annoyed
Bob
each
as well.
time until eventually it looks like the gingerbread man from Shrek.
Yes.
He's gonna have like, you know, gumdrop buttons and now stitched on. He's got like all commando and everything else.
Like, could this just be like Rambo Gingy?
Yeah, that would be Gingy's final
No,
form.
the Muffin Man.
Nobody worked out what the licorice headband came from, and no one's really asked. Just
Oh God.
pull it out of the void one day.
I would also like to rage as well, while I've got that on my mind.
Okay.
Rage.
Okay. So Marlon, you send out Gingy to hop along and tickle the underside of the huge dragon.
That's the PG version.
Yeah.
The R
Yeah,
version.
because this is the thing: is that the dragon. So basically, this first dragon that we ever fought, I tried flirting with it as like I can't remember. I think I was turned into like a cat or something, and it was like, no, I'm gay. So we just sent all the guys.
You tried to lay the dragon and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, they because there was this king who said, "I said slay the dragon, not lay the dragon."
I just think that back to that bard one I saw the other day, where the bard seduced the dragon and it shapeshifts into the bard. But you mean the female version? No, exactly like you.
Because you could go yourself.
Yep. All right then.
And
Got
it was the Dewey. Hey.
Oh God.
All right then. Gardex the Lonely, the Cursed.
Oh. Cardex is a little bit at odds. He is not sure. He is very not sure.
Well, I mean, he's just seen two batshit crazy idiots just charge in there.
The best idea he has, I will. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do this. Let's go. Where are you? I'm going to wild shape into a giant spider,
Okay.
Ooh.
and as this giant spider, as the black dragon is mostly, hopefully focused on Tirdag, I will scurry the walls on this side to get over to Melbourne.
Okay then. Thankfully, you don't have to make any acrobatics or anything like that because you have spider climb, mother trucker.
Oh yes.
Okay then, you scurry on over the walls. I would still like you though to make a stealth check for me.
That's absolutely fine. Spider. Yeah. No. Yeah.
I would
Sorry,
help.
I'm bringing up.
I would
I'm
help.
bringing up my giant spider stats.
Okay.
There he is.
So, as you all break off and do your various things. Merrin, what would you like to do? Currently, the dragon has not seen you, but he is aware of your presence.
Marin would
Oh shit.
would like to.
As a fucking spider? Are you serious?
God damn it!
I'm just causing like shit to break off this wall, obviously.
Oh no, you're I can't remember the name of the spider. I've always called them Boris spiders. They're like the giant long-legged ones, but they've also got the really fat bodies as well.
Oh, like those
Americans would call them daddy long legs.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like one of those, but on a brilliant white wall. It's like, oh, God's sake! Could be any more
I picked the perfect colour, didn't I?
Yeah. You go across as a bright day-glow green spider.
At least I'm glowy.
You can be seen to be healed.
Let me see. At least I can.
Yeah,
It's
it's
on
not
the
to
wall over
scale.
here.
I will point out, by the way, this was not to scale.
That's
like
fine.
a quick bit, so you guys all had reference for impending doom.
Well, Marin would like to
I'm just a
stay
spider.
behind.
I'm nothing suspicious.
Would like to stay behind the dragon as long as he can, and be as stealthy as possible.
Okay, so you're just staying there, then not moving.
Yeah,
Go ahead and give me
currently.
a final stealth check.
Oh no.
As he gets to there,
Mm-hmm.
the assistant goes, "Ah, found you." And at that point, of course, T-Dak then starts pounding on his chest and calling out the dragon.
La 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 la.
Yeah. And he turns around and sort of snaps and is like, "Ah, friends. How gracious of you to bring snacks." And that is where we shall end tonight's episode.
Yes.
As it would be a long old fight. I see.
Yeah.
And I
So-
need to do the map up proper.
Yeah. True.
So, for the record, guys, I'm so sorry for leading you all to this point.
It
No
will be
worries.
Making a new character.
So no
This is the
worries,
second
Tash.
time.
It's not that bad. After all, you this time around you didn't
Betray the party.
awaken an already dead or unconscious dying paladin.
I mean, true. Is that how much acid damage is gonna be?
Oh no, that's how much health my giant spider has.
18.
Yep.
I like the fact you roll the health.
I thought just to make this interesting for when we come back next time, and
Yeah.
I suddenly regret the choice.
Well,
But I made the
still-
choice.
you're just a bit below average. I mean, they work out the average to be
26.
1 plus half of whatever the dice value actually is. So if it's a D8, you get 5 essentially.
Yup.
So you're just a bit below the average. Anyway, so that's it for tonight's show. So thank you all for watching. I will say now, no D&D next week because it's Christmas week and I'm going to be up to my eyeballs in stuff to do.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And I've got a full day of work
Yep,
till 8 o'clock at night.
indeed.
I got next week off for the first time in 6 years.
Now, sadly, I'm working all of next week. Quite literally, I'm doing Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and Boxing Day.
Lovely.
And it's going to be exhausting. However, the final Monday of the month, the year even, of 2019, the 30th of December, maybe our first stream if you guys feel like it. We won't do any actual D&D, but we'll sit around and have a chat. And then the actual next proper game will be like the 6th of January, if everyone's cool for that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We'll
that
pick-
sounds good.
I'll be around on the 30th either because we're doing our New Year's Eve as that day rather than actual New Year's Eve. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also I'm not entirely sure if a friend of mine is going to show up at my place, and that means that I won't be able to stream and play some D&D when he is here. Just out of courtesy.
Yeah, that's cool. So that's fine. So yeah. So just to reiterate, no stream next week, D&D or otherwise. 30th of January. If people are around, we'll have a chat. If not, it'll be like a behind the curtain as I build the map and plot the encounter out and work out
Yeah.
if you guys will survive or not. I suspect you probably will, because I gave you guys a deadly encounter last time and you just
Nailed it.
cakewalked it.
Mm.
And the encounter was like, oh, this is going to be a medium encounter. I suspect you guys are going to cakewalk it, so I may have to do some adjustments. And then,
Yes.
Oh.
and then 6th of January, we'll be back in proper, all usual stuff. Maybe some other things going on as well. We shall see.
Yes.
And until next time, good night, everybody.
Good night.